Before we start hand scraping, there's a couple of things that the floor needs. It needs a little bit of prep work. Cracks, they have to be filled, and I'm using 2 or 3 different colors. I'm using a cherry color and a white oak color for the lights and the darks on the heart pine. And you can't scrape the wood filler with the scraper because there's silica sand that's built into that wood filler, and sand dulls those blades down. So before we even start scraping the floor, we fill the floor with the black is for the nail holes for the reclaimed pine, and we got the reds and the blonde browns for the big cracks that are in the floor. So you fill that, you let it dry, and you usually do that the night before, or the room that you're going to do the next day, so everything dries really fine. Then you just simply take your edger, vacuum assisted, so it keeps the dust down in the client's home. And then we will sand the wood filler off. You get all the wood filler off, which is now right in here is what you see. Now you're ready to scrape the floor, and then all the cracks are filled, most of it. Sometimes you'll scrape the wood filler out, okay? Now we're going to leave some of those cracks so that the floor is going to have room to expand a little bit. But in all the most general area, the real fine cracks, we will fill those with a water-based wood filler, Woodwise, and after the second coat of finish is done and we buff the floor and we're getting ready for the third coat, we will fill the floor and the fine cracks here and there and touch up and detail the floor, so then the next 2 coats cover and seals the wood filler into the floor. So that's just a simple little tip for those that want to learn how to hand scrape. Here we got some pre-finished floor that had finish on it. That has to be sanded off because the finish is a hard baked on titanium finish. That also will dull down those blades, so that will get sanded off before those scrapers actually touch the floor. So one quick little easy step and tip on that. And then after that, it's just a scrape, grind it out, get your square footage done, and then get it. And then later on, we will show you how, after the floor is scraped, what's the next process, which is buffing the floor and blending everything in, and then the vacuum, and then the coating.
Cool. So when will we be buffing? When will that happen?
We're going to buff the upper level tomorrow. We got 2 coats of finish on the upper level, and on this particular product in my system, I use 2 coats of an oil-based polyurethane, and then I will top it with 2 coats of a water-based acrylic polyurethane for the final coats. So tomorrow we will do the buffing in between, getting ready for final coats, and Friday we can show you the buffing of the raw wood and getting it ready for its first coat.
Okay, perfect. We'll follow you then.